Right.
This is all
I don't like
I
how
hope
my
this is not
position.
being recorded.
It's not. Oh wait.
Everybody.
Oh my god.
Talk about
another time.
Right.
So, like, I remember being in this miserable relationship and watching people on Instagram like, damn, like, you're single, you're just doing whatever you want, you're just traveling. I'm like, I wish I could just get up and do that, you know? And here I am trying to do that with this person, and you make all my trips a living hell. Or I have to be planning this stuff and paying for this stuff and stuff just to make you want to do it. Because if I was to tell you, all right, you need a mic?
Real life stuff with Rio.
Rio, please. Come on.
So it's like,
Rio, like I want to play.
I try to tell people, like, you don't see the blessing in this thing that you think is a curse.
Rio,
you know?
Rio about to bite your thing off. No, Rio, stop.
You don't see the like, you could just pick up and do whatever you
want. You have
and
the freedom.
Just enjoy life. Life doesn't have to be, and this is what I wanted to talk about as well. Your definition of success in life, because we all have this idea, you know, we all raised to go to college, and then you go and you get married, and then you have kids and stuff like that. And if you don't have that, you're not successful and you're not happy.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of us think, or we make ourselves so depressed, thinking that we don't have this that you're supposed to have. When it's like, but you got all this other stuff though.
That's
you have
true.
this opportunity to do so many other things.
That's true.
And what we look at other people and we think that they're so happy. And then like these
we end up
celebrities.
and then we find out the truth.
Yes.
You find out the truth that
Like-
they're actually miserable and they're playing in front of everybody that
Right.
they're happy, but
Right.
they're not really happy.
And it's like, for what? And I put up with a lot at some point just because of other people. I wanted to not, like, you know, you finally got this guy that all this drama with other people and whatever, and now, okay, it's here. I got to make this work because I can't prove y'all right. I can't, you know? So it's like, as miserable as I am, I'm going to make this work because there's people waiting on us to break up. That type of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I used to admire and look up to so many people in my family. Like, literally, my entire family, on the Trinidad side, not the Jamaican side, they were married for years, over a decade. And to me, that was like golden, you know? That's what life is supposed to be. And it's
Right.
like, how do I not have that?
Right.
If we're not married yet, when are we going to start our thing so that we can say, oh, it's been 10 years? As I got older and I started noticing much more, or they started telling me things because now I'm older, I realized y'all a bunch of frauds. Y'all don't even like each other. Y'all don't even like each other. Everything
It's just a hoax.
It is.
I think with that, one of the things that we don't realize, especially now that we're older, is that when they first got together, they really did like each other. They really were in love. But as years went on, things happen. And people don't realize that you either outgrew somebody or somebody did something.
Okay.
And instead of you divorcing, you just stuck it out and stayed with it.
That is always going to happen, though, in a marriage. Nobody's marriage is perfect. Nobody's marriage is... It's rainbows and Skittles and sunshine every freaking day, or for 25 years. That doesn't exist. I don't know where people think this is supposed to happen. And I'm not saying you're supposed to stay in a marriage because it's not like that. But people need to be realistic and know that marriages do have ups and downs. I know as a child growing up with my parents, I saw them happy together, at least through the eyes of a child.
Yeah.
They seemed happy to me. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Pause. Question real quick. Your parents were still together, right?
No,
my
you
parents are
can't-
deceased.
Rio, you
but
can't
they
bite my
were
foot.
married the entire time they were together.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna when you finish.
Married,
I wanted
living
to get
together,
back to,
all of that.
Okay. When we finish, I wanted to get back to something because earlier
No,
I had a thought
down. You listen good.
about.
You're a part of
I
the video.
wonder how it is when you were mentioning a previous situation and the daughter who witnessed certain things and trying to protect her, but you can't, you know, all that stuff. For me, I was wondering because I don't know what number of stepmothers I had. I don't remember. And it was just a lot of, you know. And for me, what I expect from my expectations of a relationship was kind of low.
Okay.
And because I'm like, okay, nothing really lasts, or it's okay to, I don't know. And I'm wondering, for people who have been in a healthy household or seen a healthy relationship or one couple and they never experienced all of that, what is it that you expect from a relationship or from a man? Because I don't really expect people to stay. You understand? I'm just like, okay, this is not going to be, I would like it to be so, but I don't have like high expectations. I don't know if it's because of that or
Probably, yeah, that is because of that.
yeah.
That's why I keep on saying therapy, but
Yeah.
not that not that therapy is a bad thing, but just therapy will tie into what happened to the things in your childhood is why you are the way you are as an adult today. Yes, because I saw my parents together my entire life through childhood and adulthood. That is why I am the way that I am today as an adult woman, which is why I don't put up with a lot of foolishness
That's
from
what
men.
I'm saying. You're
I don't. I go through a lot of relationships. I end a lot of relationships because if I don't see the potential of a man being my life partner and staying through this, through the thick and thin, through the ups and the downs, because I know that's the reality of life. My parents had a ton of ups and downs. My father probably should have divorced my mother because things happened in their marriage. I'm not gonna go into it too much because they're not here, and I don't want to talk ill, of the dead. But there are things that happen between them that I'd be like, yeah, I don't know that I could stay through that situation. You understand what I'm saying? But my parents are of a different generation, and I know other people from that generation who the same thing happened with them, and they stayed. They didn't end the marriage. They just figured out a way to deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing I do know is that my parents truly did love each other. My father was always in love with my mother, and my mother was always in love with my father.
But then I don't understand how you can be in love with someone and intentionally hurt them.
Yes, but you have to understand certain people's personalities. Like, I love my mom. She was a great mom, a little tough. She gave us the tough love. But my mother, I realized as I got older, my mother liked attention from men. She did. She liked attention from men. And I think as she got, as a woman, as you get older, maybe you don't feel as attractive as you used to. Maybe people don't look at you as much as they used to. I'm feeling that now at 47. But she was married. And even though my father always gave her the attention, at least in my eyes, I ain't gonna lie, by the time I was like 16, 17, I wasn't paying attention because I'm about my life now, that I went away. So I'm not gonna lie. Between 16 and like 24, I don't really know what was happening in the household because I wasn't there. I'm living my own life. I'm trying to live my best life. So I don't know what's going on with y'all adults. But I found out that that's when things that's when trouble was brewing in their marriage. And my mother was, unfortunately entertaining stuff from other men.
Now, I want to just point out the age range that you gave from 16 to 24. I was told that, you're good. I was told that people who are married or they've been in a relationship for many years and they have children together, that they tend to do okay or well when the child is much younger. By the time they get about, like you said, about 16, 17, the child is older, the child is doing their own thing. It's they're keeping up.
I wish we had another
I
example.
know.
Yes!
That would have been perfect.
Oh my gosh. That would have been, no, like for real.
He gonna hump your leg next. It's okay.
Oh.
He must be in heat.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Rio, come on now. Come on,
Rio,
you're embarrassing me.
Rio, you showing your nighttime. This booty
had
call
some of
out
this
for real.
drink? He's alright. She drinking her drink. Let me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. So
I think at that age group, people tend to say, like you said, you got older, you really weren't focusing on certain things, you weren't paying attention. But it was no longer where,
Probably
the kids were keeping the glue.
yes,
It
they
was
were the
now we
center
have
of the
to
attention.
really
Yes.
focus on each other.
I heard of that before.
So now that we have to focus on each other, what are we going to
It's
do?
like, how do you? And some people couldn't get back to that.
Yeah.
Some people didn't know what to do now that the kids are not here. Like, what are we supposed to?
But to me, see, that's why it's always important as a couple You have to maintain, it's always you before the children. You have to maintain it because the children are not always going to be there. The children are not always going to be there. The children are going to grow up and they're going to grow up and be living their own life, and they're going to be off on living on their
I
own.
have such my heart when you
So
say
that's
that.
to me. It's like, so when it's like, yes. So if I'm dating you, you have children. I get that you have children, but if you want me and you to work, it has to be me and you. We have to be a priority.
True.
If you really want a relationship, a true long lasting relationship, it has to be.
Rio is playing it. Baby, Rio is not playing with you.
I wanted to capture it.
Rio is like, Rio need a toy.
Oh my God! Stop
And Rio
it.
about as tall as you if you
Rio,
want.
stop it! Don't sit over here and
So-
behave yourself.
So okay, now
No, stop it!
you
Come on
mentioned something about you guys
No.
before the kids,
now.
and that always, it's so weird for me
Okay.
that stood with me when it was the kid's dad and I versus me and a stepdad before my kids. It's so hard for me to see, because as a child I used to be like, how can you put this woman before your kids when it, with my dad and whatever. And for me it's like, but what really, because this woman could go out your life anytime, but
Right.
guess what, your kids will always,
Always
be
be
your
there.
kids, and they're the ones that's going to have to take care of you when you get older, right? So it's like, how can you put somebody before your kids? But there is also a valid point, and where
But you have to look at
they're going to grow up and they're going to have their own
family.
and then
But
it's
you
gonna
also
be-
have to look at your partner's behavior. If you are spending time with your partner, because you're gonna see these things when you're spending time with them on a regular and consistent basis. You're gonna see, are they being genuine? Are they being loyal? Are they being honest? Are they being genuine? Then you know what,
Real.
it's probably
Yeah.
about time for me to go ahead and maybe take this to the next level. But you're never gonna know that if you don't do it. I mean, like I said, I don't have children, so I can't make that determination. But I know it has hurt me in the past that I have not been able to meet my partner's children, or my partner's because it doesn't. It to me, it's like I know the kind of person I am. I grew up with my parents, so I basically raised my nephews, so I know the kind of person that I am. And if you are dating me, I'm going to show you that side of me.
right,
And-
right.
I'm going to show you that side of me. I'm going to show you that I want you to see the mothering side of me.
and to feel safe enough
Yes,
to
to
bring, your
bring me
kids
around your kid. I have friends who only let me watch their kids.
And I'm happy you brought that point up, because I do honestly believe that when it comes from my point of view of how I'm thinking about it, Rio is not gonna let that leg go. Baby.
Ow, no biting. No
You
biting.
know, Rio was trying to get his toy, and he because he accidentally bit my
He was
foot
trying
earlier
to take
too.
my pants off.
Timothy.
Rio, you can't be
like, come here,
humping
let
the
me help
guests. You can't be humping the guests.
Okay, go ahead. Every time you start
Sorry.
talking,
I know Rio just started. I actually forgot my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's nothing. It's gonna come back to me.
okay, good.
But I was just to go off your point about you having that. I'm going to use my words, elaborating from how I interpret it. You having that mother instinct and you giving that to children who were not biologically yours. I think that as a man or in general, when we're dealing with the woman, we need to know how. We need to give the woman the opportunity to be able to be around our children, especially if I've been with you 3, 4, 5 years. It's past time of you my child. Personally, I think the time frame, and I'm going off of me as
Okay,
a man,
I wanna
my
hear it.
time frame
Yeah.
for someone to meet my child, if that was my situation, I honestly would say give or take 1.5 to 2 years.
Oh,
Unless something accidentally happens and I'm seeing, oh shoot, we
It's
end
gonna
up
be
at.
a year.
I
that's
would.
a, that's a
2
long.
years?
I would,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you this: my personal, it's because of what we do. I don't trust everybody.
That's fact.
I
And
don't
he's
trust
also
everybody.
a married man who doesn't even know what it's like to date anymore.
Yeah,
And when you start dating someone, and sometimes you're spending in the beginning, you're spending a lot of time together, whatever, things escalate very quickly.
True.
And you start catching feelings or all this stuff, and 3 months might seem like a long time, you know, when you're dating. Because I was talking to somebody, and when he was telling to me that he dated this person for 3 months, and then all this stuff was happening, I'm like, dang, in 3 months she got that attached, like, just let it go. And then 3 months with him, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. 3 months does feel like, you know, you're spending a lot of time with this person. So then, and things just happen. Like, if you have kids, you're constantly around your kids, or they might end up start talking on the phone, or you know, now all we do is video call.
Because in the past I've been with people and they don't never talk to me around their kid, like, ever.
Oh, but my kids are my life, and this is me, and I
just want to hear from them, which I thought was weird.
Some people try to hide that part of their
life. Yeah. And then I was like, are you really with your kid? Like,
because I don't.
You can't talk to me at all around your kid? Like,
that's weird. And it's like, I don't want you to only know me as this person, and then when you meet Tiffany the mother, it's like, oh wait, you have kids. Now it's registering to you. No, this is me, and this is all of me, and it's take me as I am or leave me, you know?
Right, yeah.
So it's like, you're going to hear me with my kids. You're going to hear how my kids are and all that stuff, because I need you to know exactly what you're getting yourself into, you know? And it's like, a lot of men, for some reason, they try to separate it so much, they act like that's not their life.
Yeah.
They try to act like they have two different lives, and then they get mad at you when you try to, like, I'm just trying to talk to you, like, bro, like, your kid is coming, so I gotta go. Like, what the fuck? Is this another?
But I think a lot of men don't want to have to put you in a position where you have to explain to your child of who I am. Because I'm gonna give y'all an example. I found out this later on in my years. I have a sibling. She was dating a man. She dated him for more than a year. But one night we came home from school and we were preparing for dinner, and he pops up. And they all lay. I'm older now, so I know what's going on. They all laid up on the sofa, cut it up or whatever. I really could care less. Hey,
you talking about your sister and the man?
And the man, her boyfriend at the time. But I found out later on, which she told me, you know, in conversation, she was like, I was dating him. We ain't been together for a whole year, but we never knew. Because when my sister was on the phone with people, it was on the phone with her girlfriends. So therefore, you were not talking to your man while we were around. Or if we did notice, or if we did see him, we were not thinking of him as your man because of how you carried yourself as a woman around us. So we were just thinking, oh, that's just your friend. And then, so whatever. So when it eventually came out, we was like, so in my mind, I'm like, I had like 14, 15 years. It's been a whole year. And you never said nothing, or we never knew. But I think she also was just waiting for the right time, because I think, honestly, at that time, he didn't have any kids. So it was like, my life, like you said, were us at the time. And I need to know how you are. And I think the thing is, too, not saying that people should wait forever, but I first have to see how you treat me first before I bring you around my kids.
Of course.
But I still think, honestly, like I was saying, 3 to 5 years, 3, 4, 5, that's still too long.
You have to spend time consistently with the person in order to find out who they truly are. And you have to spend time with them at your house, and you have to spend time with them at their house. You have to spend time with them in both environments. I don't have a problem waiting to meet somebody's child. That's not the problem. But I do think to wait an extended period of time. Like, I feel like if I have to wait more than 6 months to a year to meet your child, then we're probably not gonna make it. I know the kind of person that I am. I work for law enforcement. Not that that means anything, because you can't trust law enforcement motherfuckers anyway. But once you get to know me and you meet the people around me, you meet my family, you meet my extended friends. If you can't tell that I'm a person that you can trust, that you can bring around my child within the 6 months to a year, then we probably don't need to be together. Because I feel like if you don't know enough about me to make me meet your child within that time frame,
judgment,
then it's time for me to go. You know what I'm saying?
And I get it.
I can't wait forever.
I understand what you're saying
life is
verbally.
And
it is.
And I've always been like that, because most men I date have kids. You understand what I'm saying? But I can't wait forever. And you can't shield your children from. To me, you can't shield your. He likes you.
He's trying to get it all in.
You can't.
He ain't colorblind, baby.
Yes. cannot shield. Okay, Ria, you can't shield your children from everything. I get you want to protect them from everything, but that's one thing I appreciate my parents doing is letting me experience sorrow and pain even as a child, because I had to learn to deal with that from a young age. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They made me go to funerals. They explained to me what death was when people die. They didn't just hide it like, oh no, she can't go to the funeral.
Right,
she can't.
right,
Like, ain't nobody got time for that. People don't die in life.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna lose things. You're going to lose. You know, I don't know, at the football game or I don't know the ballet recital, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have heartbreak.
No biting.
And to me, if you're divorced, in my opinion, because I've never experienced divorce, but it was always a fear of mine.
Stop it.
It was always a fear of mine. But like, you can't.
What is it? Go to Greg.
That's probably his love language.
Why are you so rowdy tonight? That was my biggest fear, like of my parents getting divorced. So I feel like if you have a kid and your kid has gone through a divorce with you and your spouse, they've already been through the worst of it, because their family, which is you and their mother, have broken up.
Right.
And now they have to split the two of you apart. You can't to my opinion, you can't break their heart any more than you've already have. That's just my opinion. I can't speak on anybody, but that's just my opinion.
The most
because
solid
I
thing
know,
that they were to know.
as growing up as a child, I used to hear all these kids talking about their parents. They got to go over here. I'm thinking, and I asked my sister, I was like, well, what are you going to do if mom and dad break up? I said, I'm going to go live with daddy. Who are you going to go live with? Like, it was like one of my fears. Like, if they ever broke up, like, I have to go live with one or the other. Like, I don't know if I could choose, because I love both of them.
I think, as adults, and because my son is a little bit older, but I think as adults, one of the things that we think about, or you have to think about in that moment, especially depending on the age of your child, is, and this is far-fetched sometimes, but will my child think that I'm trying to replace their mom or their dad
But that's
with
a conversation
this person?
you have to check
But
with the
that's
child.
you're right. That is a conversation that you have
That's
to
a
have.
conversation you have to have with
And
the
what I
child.
was gonna say, to go back real quick and going off of the fact that like you said, if people can't allow you to meet their child within 6 months to a year, I think with that too, I'm gonna use this word, even though maybe the wrong word. They're robbing you of the opportunity to show you
Right.
the motherly figure that you can be to their children.
Thank
To show you how all the dots can connect together.
Mm-hmm.
So this way they can understand that you are the one for them.
Now, question. At what point is it, the hard thing is, all right, so it's like, okay, like you were saying, Sasha, you've shown, at this point, you've proven that you're going to show him, I can be that motherly figure, I can be that, whatever, everything that it will require, as a woman dating a man with kids, and what a man will be looking for as he has kids. At what point is it where it's like, I'm doing too much for you as just your girlfriend, and you're still not... Sorry, maybe I shouldn't drink and do this podcast. But where it's like, at what point do you... Because for me, I would start feeling like I'm being used, because I'm doing all of this for you and for your child, to show you that I'm here for you and your kid, and I will accept your kid as my own, and all of this stuff, and then but still you just don't take it as nothing. Like, I don't understand how men mindset work. Is it a guard thing, or is it just a player thing?
It could be both.
It's probably
It could be both.
It's probably
it could be both. And it really depends on the man that you're dealing with.
Do men really care that much about who they bring around their kid and all that stuff?
To be honest with you, the men that I have known of and who've been in my life, they're protectors for the most part, right?
Because my ex brought his kid around, and I was buying that kid clothes and all of this stuff, and he kept saying that he's going to pay me back. I'm still waiting.
Tim, you're not going to get that money back.
I'm still waiting.
They're protectors, so
Saw him at the bus stop.
some of it could be not the guard of them necessarily protecting themselves. It could be protecting the children, because there's no telling how many women before he has allowed to come into and say, hey, welcome to, hey, this person, and then all of a sudden, I'm using an old school name, Gladys is not the woman, because you realize that Gladys
Don't
sometimes
talk about Miss Gladys. Use another name.
Sorry.
That's Felicia's mother.
Barbara.
Barbara.
has kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to meet your kids, and I want to be the best, want to be the best, I want to be the best." And then when Barbara do meet your kids,
But guess
now
what?
it's not.
They put
No.
up a front.
Nothing is guaranteed in life.
Why? It's like the battery does,
Girl, I think so.
but the light it still looks good though.
It do,
But-
but it's because
okay.
of that.
So, but because that's
It did.
off
We gotta
when
track
we
it.
edit it, and if we crop in, it's gonna constantly change color. You understand?
Yeah.
But okay, so that's a great point because I
this-
remember
this
one
might
time.
this is gonna be our test podcast. Anyway.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
it
be-
really
if
is.
Yeah.
It's just 3 of us.
Yeah,
Right.
it really is, and we're not even talking about the. I don't know if we should get into deeply what we.
No,
have
we don't. We can stay on this
because we
topic.
want.
Because
you
it's
know,
working for us right
Yes.
now.
So I remember I was in Trinidad one time and my father was like, "Oh, you know, you could come back now and whatever. I'm with so and so now." He told me, cause here's the thing.
He's with so and so.
All right, so here's the thing. He had a bunch. I had many stepmothers at the same time.
Oh.
So I had
So
one.
he had polyamory.
Right,
Oh, okay.
and it's funny because 2 of them were friends.
Oh, wow.
And then
They
when he
didn't
had
know?
a baby with one, and she was staying by the friend
Mm.
while she had this baby, the friend didn't know that the baby was from my dad because she was also sleeping with my dad.
Shut your mouth and keep on talking. Shut up.
So then, I hope he never watches this. So then he was told us, you know, when you see her, act like you don't know her, and you know, blah blah blah, just whatever. So I gone there, met my little sister for the first time, and whatever, had to act like I didn't know her and all this stuff, right? Act like I didn't know that was, you know, my dad's next girlfriend or whatever. So, but I had really liked this one. She was my favorite one, and she seemed like she loved me and my brother and all of this stuff. And then when we were in Trinidad and we were living there, and he wanted us to come back, and he was like, "Guess what? I'm not with this one anymore, because the one that we were actually living with. So you could, you know, come back and blah blah blah, whatever." So then we came back, and I was excited to be with her. Now she got her child now with him, and everything changed when she had her kid, and everything was a comparison, and it's like, my child is better than your child, and you guys come after. This is the family, and then it's you guys, me and my brother. So then she, up to today, she is now my worst stepmother. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people put on a show in the beginning to show you that I am this person for your kid. And once they make it in there, now they start trying to be
I'm not gonna
before
lie, yes.
your kids.
There's a lot of women
And now
who
there's a
are
jealousy
Oscar, you know, performers. Yes.
Oh, yes.
And they put on the performance, even to get married. They put on the performance. They do all the right things. They suck all the dicks. They, you know, buy all the things that they know the man wants. I'm just saying, they do all the things.
They find out
to get the ring.
Find
They
out
do.
what you like.
Yes.
And pretend to be that
They
person.
do. They're exceptional actresses, and then
They don't even know what they like anymore,
The
'cause now they
man
like
falls
what you
for it, and then when a genuine person like me comes in, who comes from a healthy upbringing, a healthy background, and then I'm trying to meet with you and trying to like grow and build a relationship with you, you're still hurt from the
Men
last
don't heal
crazy.
as quickly as women.
Well, they
do.
don't heal at all because they don't work on themselves and they don't
Right.
go to therapy.
They
But
just
believe
shut
me,
down
they
and
get up
shut-
under somebody new real fast. We do.
They do, and then they end up having babies and
Yeah.
you know
And
multiple
you
child
needed-
support payments.
Right. And you no for real. And you needed to be healed 3 relationships ago.
Right.
And you're walking
Right,
around.
or from your previous marriage.
Yep. Previous marriage.
But instead,
yep.
you went and jumped into another relationship.
You did.
I'm not saying nobody did that. I know I did that, but I didn't create a kid from it.
Right.
That's the difference. I am very adamant about not unprotected sex.
Protected sex.
Protected sex.
Safe sex.
No.
Oh.
Unplanned
STD.
pregnancies.
Oh.
I'm very. I do not. I myself. I'm not trying to judge people. People are grown. They can do what they want to do. But I myself do not believe in unplanned pregnancy because I feel like people take bringing children into this world too lightly.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Facts. Facts.
Okay.
No, seriously.
No, it's like they don't plan. It's like they just think
wanna have a
all
baby.
willy nilly. You know, oh shit, I didn't know I was pregnant. Like, what the fuck? You didn't mean you're fucking. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't know you was pregnant. Or, well, I don't know. The decision's on her if she gets pregnant. I don't have any control over it. Like
My
what?
thing is,
Like, what
for
are
the
you talking
woman
about?
who, and it's like I'm not bashing anybody, but it's for the people who he don't want the child. Y'all ain't really stable. He ain't providing nothing, and he telling you straight up, you already know he a deadbeat. He a deadbeat man in general. But no, you gonna have this baby. You gonna have this. Why?
Or you're gonna take the chance. you're gonna take the chance of doing whatever with him and get pregnant.
Yeah.
And I guess because I didn't grow up in such an unstable background, I can never do that to my child. I could never do that to. I see what it did to my nephews, their household being broken up and them, having to go back and forth between my sister and the. I saw what it did to my nephews.
But
I don't want to do that to my child.
as a mother of 2 kids, as a single mother with 2 kids, unfortunately, like, I know before I had kids, I always said I never wanted to be a stepmother. And I never wanted for my kids to have step parents because of what I went through as a kid and witnessing my mother as a stepmother. I would see the difference in how you treat your child versus another child. And for no reason. And it's like, I became the representative, for stepkids, and it's like I would back up, like I would be so like defensive over my stepsister because I would see that she would just come and say, I don't even know if we should put this in there. She would just come and sit down on my mother, and my mother would be like, all right, get up. And it's like she was just like, this my next mom, whatever. And my mother was like, all right, no. But my mother's also not affectionate at all, even with her own kids. However, her younger son, I guess that's the one she's closest with, because my dad did want us at certain periods in time, and I feel like between the 2 of them, it was more of a, oh, you live in your life, now take your kids. It's like a spiteful thing. It was a, I hate you so much, take your, that type of stuff. So there was a period of time I was with my dad, and then I was with my mom, and then another period with, so back and forth. My little brother, his daddy didn't ever want him to, so he stayed with my mom. So I feel like she's closest with him. So he could come and he could do whatever, and she's like, he gets the most affection out of everybody. So, but I see the difference, and they're the same age. And for me, it's like, I didn't like that. So it's like, I told myself, I have a fear that I might end up like that or whatever. So it's like, I never wanted stepkids. And then recently I made that comment out loud because my son, at one point, he was always, now we equal. He favored his dad. He always chose his dad, the youngest one, and everything. And one time he refused to come by me. He was standing at the door waiting on his daddy to come back. He was crying. He didn't want to talk to me. He just sat on the floor, and it took him a long time. And his dad thought that I just ill-treat him. And he's like, nah, this is weird. Boys love their mom and whatever. So his dad was blaming me. But my thing is, I felt like I'm dealing with a stepkid, and you're telling me that I'm doing something wrong, and the stepkid don't like me, and you're choosing the kid over, that type of stuff. You're taking his word over my word. That it put me into that type of feeling, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with a man and his kids, because I can't battle this. I can't do this. I can't fight that, because I've dated a guy with a child, and my thing with that was the child was kind of spoiled in a kind of way, and he would be like, your breath stinks, and then the father would say nothing.
Who's she talking about?
My ex, his kid would talk to me and say something like that, and I would look at him, and he would be like, well, he said your breath stinks, then maybe your breath stinks. And it was like, you don't teach your child respect. You come into my house.
We won't be together no more.
You come into my house with your kid.
Yeah, I can't deal with disrespect.
House.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my house. My music is on the TV. My music videos, whatever, and I'm cleaning, and all of a sudden the music stops. As a Caribbean woman, you know how hard it is to clean without music.
Music, facts. Yeah, we need music for everything.
So,
cooking, all
cleaning Sunday, just because it's Sunday. You the DJ on the Sunday at work.
Saturday, yes. Saturday. Yes. You miss it, don't you?
I know I do. I try to be that person for them on a Sunday.
Okay, good.
But I'm scared. They're just so,
I know.
It's a
They're
different.
I can't go to that squad.
I'm coming back.
Anyway.
So I know you thinking, you are going to come. Okay.
Because of for my sanity. But I need to make sure, I'm trying to wait for the deals to release stage.
Right.
But,
oh, yeah.
My music stopped, and all of a sudden I hear some kid show playing. So I came outside. I said, what the fuck? So then he's like, oh, well, he said he wanted to watch this. I said, but did you ask me first?
Yeah.
I felt like that was disrespectful. He's like, why do I have to ask you if he said da 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 and blah blah blah? He's a kid.
no.
You in
And
my
I'm
house.
like,
This ain't
You know,
gonna
both of y'all
I'm
get
like-
out.
Because that means that means the child runs you.
Hello, and
You
you've been
don't want a
allowing it
child.
to happen.
right.
The child runs you. You don't run the child. So I already know this is not gonna work.
And even if you spoil him in your house, this is now my house.
Right.
So it's like I was also young, so I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. So I'm
No.
mature
You
enough
was
if
not
I'm
wrong. You wasn't
And
wrong.
then I bought tickets to Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
Yep, that's
I like the way
great
TikTok said it better.
seats. had VIP parking, all of this stuff, all these extra perks that I had got.
You bought it for you
and
and
him
the kid?
and him and the kid, yes.
Oh.
And then
Them
he's
tickets
like,
ain't cheap.
and then he was like, oh, he don't like clowns. I said, there's no clowns
There's no
here.
clowns in
This
Cirque du
is just,
Soleil.
he's like, well, he don't understand that. I said, well, this is for you to teach him that.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if he said he don't do that, so we're not going and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, bro. So I'm like, so this person, I had to put my bag in the seat because I paid for the seat, and this woman was trying to sit in the seat. So the next time we were supposed to go, I was telling him, you need to pay for a seat for my bag because I feel like I needed to get back something because I paid for these tickets for you and your son, and you didn't show up because he said he don't like clowns, and if he said that, then da da da. Got into a whole argument with me, and I don't understand.
Took me to things
that's
when
fine.
I was a child, to plays and things like that.
Or something. Maybe 30 something.
What was the breaking point? I just want to know.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, I thought he was
what
gay.
ended up- Oh,
That was the breaking point. I
that will do it. That will definitely do it. That will definitely do it. I mean, the kid thing would have done it for me, but
Yeah.
that would have definitely
Yeah.
done it.
No, I
As soon as
had
you
a
touch my
whole lot
TV,
of,
you and your child can get out.
I did kick them out that day, but and I
Don't
extra my
come
key
in.
back. But yeah, it was the gay thing is something that threw me way off. There was this. If it's anybody who knows a gay man, it's another.
Gay man.
Exactly. So I realized all the gay men from the retail stores were following this guy. And then you were also following this guy. And then the guy will be posting pictures of just his boxers down and, his waist down, whatever. And then you'll be commenting under certain pictures and on the workout videos saying, oh, you should work me out. But it's the way you work.
We looked at each other.
And as a Jamaican homophobic man,
Oh yeah, but sometimes
it's a front.
it's a front because they know because the culture hates it
It
so
wouldn't-
much,
but they have to-
so they hide it. I had always thought this Jamaican person I knew was
It's
like
probably
that
him.
too.
It's
Yeah.
probably the same guy. So
You so stupid.
what's his name? I'm checking. So I started, then my friend in Jacksonville, who also was from down here, so she started screenshotting stuff and sent it to me. I said, girl, I was peeping the same thing. So now we eagle eye on this. Magnificent glass. Magnifying glass, like on everything they doing. Then you have the guy number now. Now y'all texting, but you're ignoring him when you're with me. And then the man is telling you, see how you just do me. I don't like how you just do me, blah, blah, blah. And whatever. Now he sounds emotional about this, and this is just very weird. So then we spend a day together and you talk about, okay, I'm gonna go smoke with
The guy, yeah,
so
Reginald.
then I said,
Whoever.
you're right.
right.
So then I said,
Reginald.
so everybody's gonna be Reginald and moving forward. Every male is gonna be Reginald and every female is gonna be Barbara.
Facts.
Okay.
Barbara and Reginald.
Barbara and Reginald.
Barbara and Reginald.
So, and if your name is Reginald Barbara, don't take
I'm sorry.
Don't take no offense, Barbara and Reginald.
Please don't.
Yeah.
So so then I start making like, Reginald. So then I'm
Don't
like,
slip up. Don't slip up.
cut. So then I said like, you're going to, something I said about some kind of gay joke I made. The man starts giggling. I never heard him giggle before. Like he started giggling and he's like, stop. And like taking him. So this is on the bed.
I'm sorry. It's your facial expression.
I'm sorry.
I was like, I got so turned off. So I waited till he left walked out through the door. And when I tell you, I waited like a few seconds. There's like, you see how there's a hall? Mm-hmm. There was a parking lot on this side and there's a parking lot on this side of my apartment complex, or my apartment or whatever. So he parked on one side. So I ran to the other side, got in my car, this man was speeding to the D because for some reason I lost him. Like I couldn't even catch him. I'm like, where the hell did he go? He was out of there. I said, and one time I'm doing the laundry, I walk into the room. He's naked on the bed. I think he was changing or something. But for some reason you paused and you're on the bed with your batty cock up in the air. So I don't know if he was taking a picture and I walked in and he just went like that. So you're on your phone. So this is me with the clothes. I just carry on. And it was like a few things that kept happening. So then after, and I was like, this don't feel right no more.
He was in the closet. He was in the closet.
Definitely in the closet.
He was in the closet.
There was, and it's crazy that some people, like there was this gay guy at work, because we worked together, would be like, no, he was saying it from ever since. He's like, nope, so-and-so is gay. So-and-so is gay. He's like, I know one. And he was one fine gay man, this other guy. I'm like, why are you gay? Why? Like, you could get mad chicks.
Yeah, but
everybody wanted this guy.
It's fine to be gay. It's just sad that people have to hide themselves for society because they're afraid of their family. They're afraid of their culture. They're afraid of whomever hating them because of who they truly are. That's what's sad.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't live a lie. I already know myself.
That part, and that hurts me.
I could not live a lie. As much as
people I love
parents hated gayness and whatever, I would just be like, well, you have a gay daughter, so what you gonna do? I already know myself.
Well, my daughter told me he have a bullet with my name on it the day I come and say this is my girlfriend. So, but I can't say that. Why are you gay? I think that's the selfish part of me saying that I was attracted to you, and I'm like, bro, like, come on. So I can't say why are you, because you can't just be gay because you ugly. That would be.
Wait a minute, that's the thing?
No, because I'm saying you're so fine. Why are you gay? You could get all these.
You think only gay people should be ugly?
Exactly. So I'm like, I can't say that. So it's like that's just me being selfish.
Right. That is being.
That's just me being selfish.
Because there are some beautiful gay people.
I wanted you, but
and there's also ugly gay people.
Yeah.
Just like there's ugly heterosexuals.
Yeah.
True.
And there's
but I
ones.
used to think that certain girls they turn gay because they couldn't get. They're not feminine, you know, so they look more so and so. They're like, well, might as well go to this side.
No,
I used to think that, but I was a kid though. I was a kid.
No.
And then, but for me, it hurts me to see people that I love and I know, and it's like, at the end of the day, nobody really fucking cares. Nobody really cares. They don't care about your happiness. They don't care about what you do, because at the end of the day, people don't even remember you if you're not in their face. In all honesty, out of sight, out of mind. It's hard to.
I don't agree 100% with that.
And the why I say that is because my cousins and stuff, who I talk to all the time or whatever, or who I have a close relationship, whatever, there's times when I get so busy, or I don't even really, it doesn't matter how they spend their days to me. You understand? If it's with another woman or if it's with another man, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. So that when I say people don't really care about how you spend your life, but then they act like they do because of what is supposed to be accepted. You know, so it's like you're sitting there worrying about how people are going to feel about you and preventing yourself from living your true self or your true life when they don't really care. If they love you, they're going to love you.
Right.
But
that's the problem. People care too much about what other people think. That's the main problem.
But I also would say too, I have a cousin, unfortunately she passed now.
My condolences.
But she was, thank you. Oh, it's been years. But thank you.
Sorry.
She was gay. But I loved her and her partner to pieces. But one thing she told me was, she said, one thing I learned in my life was, she said, Greg, she said, people are going to say whatever they want to say. Mm-hmm. But she said, if I can't hide from God, why would I hide from people?
Say it again for the people in the back.
If I can't hide from God, why would I hide from people? If God sees everything, God knows everything, and I believe in him the way that I say I do. And correct. So I know that he sees it all.
Yes.
Why would I assume that what people say matter? Now, I get in some establishments, in some countries, and around some family members, because some people truly don't play that. Like she said, hey, you might as well go ahead and put a bullet in my head. Some people really about that.
Then
like,
I know I'm not going to Aunt Cheryl. I'm not going to Aunt Cheryl.
Right.
If I know Aunt Cheryl ain't playing that, and she all about she gonna hit me over the head with the Bible,
right?
Throw the holy water on me and pray for the whole time I'm there. Then I know I can't mess with Aunt Cheryl.
Right. I can't tell Aunt
Cheryl. I can't mess with you.
Right.
But that's fine. But I'm not going to live my life in unhappiness and pain and lies. Me not lie. I'm not lying for you.
You don't even help me with my bills. You don't do you contribute zero to my life. When I say
that's why I never understood why other people's opinions mattered. I remember when I started at work, and this girl said to me, she said, you know, them people over there, they didn't really like you.
And you didn't really care.
And I said, yeah? I'm supposed to stop sleeping at night because they don't motherfucking like me? I'm sure a lot of people don't motherfucking like me. I don't give a fuck. And guess what? All the people fucking like me. Or maybe they really don't. They just faking it to their face they like me. But either way, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
And most times there really be one person trying to act. Wait, let's not even.
Child, you know how the clicks do. I think, and I know we kind of diverge into something else. I tell people this. Stop out. Don't go off of someone else's opinion or situation about somebody. Get to know the individual for yourself. Just because you had that issue with that person, it don't mean that I'll have that same problem. Now, if I end up running into that same issue, oh, okay, you was right. And it's not that I didn't believe you or I did not take heed to your statement. It was just the fact that I just may have a different interaction with said person. And that has happened to me numerous times. Oh, all I did was I can't believe you over here talking to such and such.
Oh.
Let me get to know this person and see how this plays out. If it's the same thing, it's the same thing. It's not that I didn't believe you. It's not that I'm thinking that you're lying.
I have said this.
But one thing I tell people too, in addition to that, it's 3 sides to every story. It's your side, their side, and the truth.
Fact.
Say it again. Say it again.
It's
say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Because
don't slap me.
When people
y'all was getting closer and
closer. Down.
Because a lot of times when people are in relation, when you meet like somebody, you start, you know, that initial, you start to talk and they're telling me their side of the story. And they want to know, and you know, they're telling you why what happened and why they.
No, I always want to know.
They always tell their side of the story about what happened. You know what I'm saying? And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, boy, I wish I could talk to this bitch on the phone. I want to know her side.
Yeah,
I want to know her side because like, I feel the same way. It's like it's your side, it's their side, and it's the fucking truth.
That literally,
and that truth is the gray part because we'll never truly really know because we only know one side of the story
and that literally happened to me recently, and I kind of got turned off because, and it was bothering me so bad only because I know how my ex Reginald, Reginald gets around. Anyways, how he spoke about me and how he would tell certain stories, and then I started wondering, dang, all these stories you told me about your ex, what was the real, what really happened, or what would she say? Because now I'm hearing how you retelling our stories, and I'm like, that didn't happen like that. So it's like dating someone now, I'm hearing everything he's saying and blah blah blah, and then I'm just sitting here like, what's the truth?
What's her side of the story?
Yeah, I wonder what she would say. And then come to find out, me and her I have a mutual friend, and then it ended up coming up, and he was telling me from what she told him, and then I'm like, oh, he said he left her, and she wanted him back, and he was like, no, he's done. But what she is saying is that she left him and she asked for her key back, and he was hunting her down. So now I'm like, I don't even know what to believe. And it's hard to figure it out because they're still friends on Instagram. He sent me a screenshot of their messages because I came to find out that y'all still talking or whatever. The messages, the Instagram messages you're sending, I don't think we can post this one. This is part. But you're sending her messages every day, memes and videos and stuff, and you think that's okay because you think it's cool for y'all to be friends still. And then I'm watching her posting all this stuff that she knows would intrigue you because their problem was
attract you to click like and leave a comment.
So she's posting his favorite artists, the songs. She's posting her, look at me working out because that was his thing. He wanted her to work out. And now cycling and all this stuff. And then now he going and buy a bicycle because he wants to go and cycle. And I'm just
this is why all the exes are blocked. Because you don't know what the fuck is going on with my life, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with yours. Because you know what? I don't give a shit.
Right. And I'm like, you guys
I don't
care
give a
too
shit.
much still about each
Too much,
other.
yeah. If
I
why
feel
you
like
have
I'm
so much invested in
invading.
somebody you're not even with anymore?
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
invading in y'all stuff, right? Like, y'all got something going on, and I'm, respecting.
Yeah.
So let me just withdraw myself.
Right. I don't need to be a
And-
third wheel or the
No.
additional person
And that's
in your
what I've been
situation.
feeling like.
There's no reason.
Yeah.
It's funny. An ex just came up on my Facebook the other day, and I saw it, and I was like, but he
Remove.
I know he blocked. Well, he blocked, so
Yeah.
it don't matter.
One of the things I will say, and I think it really depends on the type of friend that you are when you're dealing with friendships or dealing with people, because all of us. Where did Rio get this from?
What did he get now?
The recycling bin.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
He gonna try and lick it.
So
Let
I
him have
think
it,
it
child.
tends to be, you have to be really sensitive to the friend you are, or really more so coming from you as an individual. How do you deal with your friendship? So me, like when I'm on the phone with my friends, male or female, and I had to work my way into doing this because it had to happen over time. When they tell me a story, I say, okay, what did she or he say? Okay, now they said this, so what do you think about what they said?
My friends be lying.
And I ask these questions.
What do you mean? What do you
Wait,
mean?
lying for you?
What do you
No,
mean? They be
my
lying.
friends be like. My friend told me a story recently about this guy and what he said and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. So I'm on her side because I'm like. Then a guy messaged me and I'm like, oh my god. So now he messaged me. He sends me screenshots of the messages. He don't know that she already told me this part, and I'm here acting like I don't know nothing. So then I look at, I'm reading the message. I'm like, this bitch. She didn't tell me that she said this and she did this. I'm like, why did she relay it like that?
How close are y'all as friends, this person?
We're supposed to be best friends. And then now she's going through something. Her mom, this is the one that her mom is possibly dying or whatever, right? So now, yeah, but she and KJ had the same birthday, and she never showed up to his party, and she also never wished him happy birthday or anything. The party was the day before their birthday, and I intentionally did that because I wanted to celebrate her on their birthday as well. It wasn't my weekend with the kids, so I could have the option to do that. So I didn't feel like a bad mom for putting my friend first or whatever, right?
Yeah,
it was
but your friend should, like, my best friend wouldn't take offense to that I didn't wish my goddaughter, even though she's not technically my goddaughter, happy birthday. My best friend wouldn't take offense to that.
So
I'd be
okay.
like, bitch, did I forget so-and-so's birthday?
Now I'm gonna say this to
So
Sasha.
she messaged me and she said, I'm sorry, I didn't even wish him a happy birthday.
Oh.
And so then I said, hey, I know I realized, but I know that you've been going through a lot.
Yeah.
And then I said, but it still hurts because KJ is always asking for you. Now this has been months. KJ, where's Auntie Sasha? Where's Auntie Sasha? And she never shows up. Ever.
Auntie Barbara.
Barbara! Auntie Barbara!
It's okay. This is editable.
yeah.
It's editable.
This is our test podcast, y'all.
We're gonna beep that part.
This is gonna be for memory at this point. But I
Right.
feel like we're gonna have we have some good lines.
Yes,
in
we
this
do.
one. So I think we can get some lines.
So-
like our 30-second clips. Go ahead. Sasha.
Right, honestly, like just advertising, like
Yeah.
some random clips, random promotional videos. So, and I said to her, like, cause he's always asking for you, and then he said he saw Katie, and he's like, that's not Auntie Sasha, Barbara or whatever, right? So, she responds hours later saying, I'm glad you finally got that off your chest. So then I'm like, what do you mean by that? So ever since, she has not spoken to me since then, and
That's not a best friend.
and that's what I say. So now come to find out, she's going off about me, talking about her kid and da-da-da-da, and I shouldn't have to think for her kid, and my own sisters don't even think me about not being around. But it's a problem because when you're around, you act like they're a problem. Even in their own house, if they make a noise or whatever, you act like they're a problem. You're in their house. I shouldn't be telling my child to stop talking, stop singing because it irritates you because you don't like kids. And even though you don't like kids, I would think that you would like my kids as my best friend.
That's not your best friend.
So then I finally told my friend today, because it was 3 of us, I said, for months, for a while, because it was, okay, initially it was me, her, and Curtis that were best friends. And then I had Barbara too, separately.
Okay.
Her separately. And then I ended up merging the
groups together.
Yeah. So then when Curtis and I got together, Barbara caught us kissing. We didn't even get to tell her yet that we're together.
Okay.
So I guess she figured that we were keeping this from her for a long time. So she held it. But I think she also had liked him because she used to post pictures that she found online, his model pictures, and post it in a group chat and talk about his body. And then for some reason, he was a topic in her relationship at the time because she had a long distance relationship. They would always argue about him. And she'd be like, Curtis doesn't do this or this, da da da. And then it's like, we used to be like, why is he a topic? Like, why, you know? I think that she liked him because when we got together, one day he was like this in my hair. And she walked back in the room, saw that, and she, when I tell you, took her keys, left her clothes that she was washing at his house, and just got in the car and left. They didn't say nothing to us. Then said, oh, I thought you guys just needed personal space, so I left. So it would be like, she would be like, oh, why wasn't I invited to movies to him? But then to me, you know we're going to the movies, you don't say nothing to me. So it was a lot of like,
how did this become your best friend?
We were best friends before when
Prior
it was the
to
three
this.
of us.
Okay.
We were like the trio. It was amazing
Y'all were
friendship.
three
So you
amigos.
broke the code.
You broke the code, but
broke
when
code.
him and I got together,
Together.
she started.
Okay, so she felt some kind of way.
But
Yeah.
she
'Cause
never
women-
told
'cause
you
women
prior
don't
to
get over
this
that. Women don't
She
get
was
over
in
that.
a relationship.
Oh!
No,
okay,
they weren't in a
so-
relationship. She wasn't in a relationship, but it's not. Listen, it's not your fault that he liked you and not her. But I know how women are. Women take that shit dumb fucking personal. So that could never be my friend. I already know. I already know how I am.
So-
That she can't be my friend no more.
I've been trying to overlook that.
But I also
feel
wouldn't-
like I know
And I wouldn't do that though.
what I did.
Yeah, I can't
'Cause the
do
three of
that.
y'all
My
friends.
sister, yeah, I couldn't do that. My sister did that too.
Okay, so for me,
My sister did that with her friend, but same thing. The guy didn't like the friend. The guy liked my sister.
But when do we get to a point we have, like, men are different. We have a discussion. Listen, bro. Barbara likes me. I want to let you know. Or I'm feeling Barbara.
Or I feel I'm feeling Barbara.
Or what happens is with men,
And I
we
know
be
that's
straight up.
that's your homegirl.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you have feelings for her.
Yeah.
But
Barbara feeling me, and I want to know.
And I want to know, is it
if
okay?
whatever. So
then that's with homeboys who are true homeboys.
True.
Because every nigga don't do that.
they don't. But
But
we have that
I already
discussion.
know. I just know she couldn't stay my
I
friend.
feel like it
She
would
couldn't
have
stay my
been.
friend. I know how women are. They're petty as fuck.
And that's why
Bitches be petty as fuck.
We stopped talking for
Yeah.
years. For years, we ended up getting back our relationship, and it felt like we did, right?
Let me ask you something. Did you get your relationship back?
After him and I
Not
broke up?
before, not after y'all broke up, but in the midst of the problems. In the midst of the problems escalating
Okay.
in the relationship.
Now-
Not in the problem in the midst of the problems escalating in the relationship with Reginald.
So now no, not really, because I ended up finding out that they were still
Friends.
yeah, even though he was telling me, nah, I don't think you should be. So I realized they were still talking.
That's why
So
I'm
I
she was-
started feeling
That's why I
like,
don't fuck with
Reginald
Jamaican.
was
That's why I
talking
don't
to
fuck
Barbara
with
about you.
Jamaican men.
So then I was like, what is going on here? Why all this time you tell me, nah, you made the right decision, you shouldn't be friends with her, but you were friends with her. And I'm like, I missed her and I missed our friendship. So if you thought that it was okay, why didn't you just say, hey, I think y'all should just make up? Why are you kept it, you was friends with her, but you telling me not to be friends with her? So then I started feeling like something was going on. But she never said, she said, no, nothing, it could never be her and blah, blah, blah. So then after a while, because I felt like I destroyed my friendships because of him. When him and I was over, basically I tried to get back
Like your
my
friendships.
everything.
And it's not
So-
going to be the same.
It's not.
I ain't
And
gonna lie to
really,
you.
it has
As a
never
woman-
been the same. And now I have two
As a
kids for
woman,
him.
yeah.
And I felt like you were taking this out on my kids. Like it was something. So now I'm like, I feel like if I was to show you guys those messages, last night I saw the messages and I was hurt. I'm like, the way this girl, she's like, oh, if I say something to her, it's going to be real nasty and blah, blah, blah. And she was going
Because she's still holding
a lot.
grudgement because you were with him and she's mad.
We went out.
She's holding on to that.
He works
She ain't
at the
never gonna
club
let
that
it
we
go.
went at. She said, I'll be right back, guys. I got to go say hi to an old friend. So we're there waiting for a long time. And I said, I bet you any money. She's over there talking to Curtis. So then Chris, I think my friend said that. And then she's like, she wants to go see or whatever. Because what are you doing? And why did you lie about who you're going? Why didn't you say who you're going to see? Because she kept saying, oh, every time I look up, I feel like we make eye contact. And I'm like, really? Because I keep forgetting you work here. Because I'm over here enjoying myself with y'all. How you more onto him? You only keep making eye contact with somebody because you keep intentionally looking that way because you're thinking about that
The
person.
funny thing is, she knows all the stuff that you went through with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's okay. She'll still accept relationship with him, but then criticize the relationship with you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Knowing all the pain and the bullshit, I don't know if she wants to take his word for it over your word. You understand what I'm saying?
Because she always says like, oh, you know, I always choose your side. I always choose your side. And
No,
she's
she
always been
doesn't.
saying that.
No, she doesn't, friend.
No, because
No,
when
she
we walked
doesn't.
over there now, we went over there to see what's going on, you know. Now, this is not my man, so I can't be like that. But you're my friend, and that's my children's dad. So, and that's my ex. What are you doing? So then I was standing there, and then she goes, this is him, this is her, and this is us. And she's like, so then we say, are we interrupting something? Because he's just there like what's going on? And she's just there like, okay, what are they doing here? Type of thing. So then I said, you know what, let's go. So then me and a friend
Don't be
went.
surprised
She
if-
still stayed there.
Don't be so, yeah, I about to say, don't be surprised when her original.
She came back and she said absolutely nothing. So then him and I are talking now on the phone. And I said, listen, I don't know what she came over there for. I never sent her over there. So I don't know what I was talking about or whatever it is. But she was just acting weird all night. And he was like, I don't know. She came talking about Mother's Day and saying, so what are you doing for Mother's Day? What are you doing for Mother's Day and whatever? And because Mother's Day was coming up. And he's like, oh, I didn't even know what. He never knows when Mother's Day or anything is coming up. So then he bought a
You
last
never know
minute
when
gift.
Mother's Day's coming up.
Yeah,
Mother's Day
it's every day
on
the same
day every year.
Yeah, you don't ever know nothing. So, cause I always get gifts weeks after.
Because the calendar tell you. If you Google that calendar tell
Google
you.
Calendar is, yeah.
So whatever he was saying, like, oh, it slipped in my story. I guess he thought that I was having a conversation with her, and I sent her over there and whatever. But she comes over and doesn't say anything, and she just acting like. And when I tell you she was doing the most that night, I'm like, okay,
That's
something ain't
now.
right.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear all these stories about females and the petty back and forth, and I'm not saying my friendship with my group of friends is perfect, but it's never been petty like that. I just don't understand a lot of times.
If you don't like them, just don't be friends
Then
with them.
right, then just don't be friends. If you knew you had a problem with, if she knew she had a problem with you getting with Reginald, then she should have said that from get go. Say, listen, I like Reginald. I guess he likes you, so I'm gonna just go ahead and bow out. But I don't think I can be friends with either one of you.
That's so simple. I'm dramatic enough to say that. I am such a movie girl. I would
And
say that, and I would walk away.
and then I would have to just remove myself from the equation, and be okay with that. Now I know myself. I know I can never be friends with that person again. That's just me.
Right.
To me, I just be like, well, I don't know if I could trust this bitch around anybody I know. Not because Reginald and Barbara were friends, but we're together in a relationship. But I'm already a particular kind of way about females.
Yeah.
So, but I have a best friend, and I don't think she and I have ever gotten into an argument about anything. I say what I gotta say. She say what she gotta say. I might raise my voice a little bit. She might raise her voice a little bit. We don't like.
Facts.
It's never anything like that. I think maybe in all the years that I've known her, which is like 16 years, we probably have had one disagreement that I was really upset about her with, and she apologized, and that was it. We moved past it, and that was it. Like, I feel like if a girl has a true best friend, y'all can technically really get over anything. I'm not gonna sleep with your man. I'm not gonna sleep with your husband. I'm not gonna get with the man that you like. You're not gonna get with the man that I like. Like, we have a code, and there's nothing that can ever break that, ever.
I like that. I definitely can say I agree with that. And from watching healthy friendships evolve over the
healthy
years,
friendships. Yes,
that does make sense.
Yes,
To speak on you, Barbara, and Reginald,
because your situation is not the first. That happened with my sister, and that's the same thing. Her and that friend are not friends anymore. And then same thing. She ended up dating the guy for like how many years, and then her and the guy broke up. But then her and the guy are still friends.
well,
And then I don't know if the guy is still friends with the other. So I was just like,
I think, like she was saying, it's about respecting the code, but also what I would say is, in today's climate, and you're now with children, y'all are no longer together. It's like, I don't think you were either one of our friends because, truth be told, she was using you for you to confide into her about different things about him. And now she's knowing about him and the different things that he like and what he don't like. And then he was using her, well, she was using him to hear things about you. So this way she has now stuff to be spiteful against you. Oh, if Tiffany ain't doing it, then I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
she
now,
ain't gonna do it because it's the type of person she said, I'm not ironing your clothes, I'm not your mother. She said, I ain't cooking for you, I don't like to cook. She's very much the complete opposite. And I wish he didn't choose her. I wish he ended up with a woman like that.
It don't matter. Reginald gonna cheat anyway.
I mean, the thing is, let me tell you something.
Facts.
Who the pop don't have no face when you're looking at it and when you're dealing with it. If that's what he wants and that's what he wants to deal with, it is what it is. However, I think that, you know, going forward in life in general, we all have to just be cautious of the friendships that we carry.
Right.
And my thing is this too, I'm just not learning this within the last, I'm going to say 45 years. I finally got to the point where I don't need to hold on to friendships anymore.
Right.
And just like how
Yes.
that best friend status was up here, it can be
Yes.
lowered. The bar can be dropped. I'm not
I have
forcing
standards
myself
even as a friend.
as a friend.
Yes.
And that's the thing. And that's one of the things that, you know, me and my bestie had to figure out, you know. So, you know, we had to come to an understanding of, hey, this is what you expect, this is what I expect. And I let all my best friends know. My friendship is different from my best friendship. You're going to get different parts of me. Mm-hmm. You're going to get me calling you, crying, whining, I want to drag, I want to mollow up, I want to walk like a dog. You're going to get everything from me. But on a friendship level, it's going to be like, okay, I'm going to play it cool. I'm going to keep it player. But then people be like, oh, I didn't know you had this out of you. This is what you asked for. Mm-hmm. You open the door, this is what you're going to get. So all my best friends know I can go from 1 to 1,000, but at the same time, they also know that I would back them up. But I also had to understand something else too, because I have a few best friends. Each one is different. I can't treat each one the same.
Same. Right. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
have to know how to not walk on eggshells with them,
Right, but navigate
how to
each one.
navigate and
that's the
have
thing.
those
Yes.
different discussions
I feel
and
like I've been
different
walking on eggshells for
conversations.
months.
And you shouldn't have to.
And you should not have to.
You
Not
should
with best
never.
friends.
I
Thank
have
you.
never had to
Thank
walk
you.
on
No.
eggshells with
Not
my
my best
best
friend,
friends
no.
Thank
or
you.
any of my friends in my immediate circle friendship
Yeah.
group.
And
I've
it's-
never.
and it's-
I've kept it 100.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, listen. This is what happened. This was what was said. I didn't appreciate it. We gonna talk about it right motherfucking now. Like it's always there's no.
I agree. And that's why, like, the third friend who's like, oh, I think you guys should, and I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, maybe when you cool down. I said, no, this is it, because I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells. I
No.
shouldn't have to think about this. Or every time we hang out, we're like, oh shit,
No.
we didn't tell her.
No.
We had our own friendship prior to that. It was separate friendships.
Yeah.
And I could still come around or pop by. You could stop by, see the kids if you want to. And it shouldn't have to be like, oh, it's guilty. Now she's gonna feel some type of way. Now
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
grown. We're adults.
Like-
and then
Yes.
it's there goes what I was gonna say. Forgot.
I would think it's immature, but I don't think that's the word you're looking for.
I feel like you said, like we have standards even as a friend.
Correct.
And there's certain things I shouldn't have to wonder about you or feel like
if there's
you're being,
anybody you should be
you're
able
not
to be
being rude.
honest and transparent with,
it's your best friend.
it is your friends and your best friend. You should
Especially-
never have to hide or feel uncomfortable. Or I know over the weekend I'm going to have a conversation with one of my close friends
I have a
because she's
serious
mad at me
question.
about hanging out with another friend. I'm
I have
like,
a very serious question.
you can't be mad at that.
As
At all.
people who have their parents or had close relationships, because I don't. If you were at risk of losing them,
Losing your what, parents?
your parent,
It's I'm not gonna lie, it's a very stressful situation.
Right.
It is.
so
As a person who's been in it.
days are
Yeah.
passing and you're still dealing with that. And
Yes.
the situation is the same or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay for you to take it out on
No.
the only friend? I showed up for her. The other friend didn't. I showed up, I cooked her chicken wings. I brought her wine and cheese and crackers, and I sat there
Gotta get
one
out,
night.
buddy.
I was so tired,
Why are you in
but
your
I showed
face?
up. I canceled
She's
whatever
having a
plans I
minute.
had,
She's having a moment.
and showed up and everything. And a few days after that, you were talking about
Okay,
you don't want to talk to me because
down,
I'm
buddy.
making this
Get
about
down.
me. Because
It's okay.
How are you
I-
making it about how you
all
making her
because I
food?
said,
on, get down.
all because I said, no, because I said, it still hurts when my kid is always asking for you. When kids is always asking for you, and you're not there or whatever. I said, but I understand you're going through something. So she said, that I'm making this about me and my child, and
Oh,
I'm
get
making
down.
Rio,
and
come
it's
on.
like,
Get
okay,
down.
yeah, she's
Mommy
trying
wants
to
you.
understand
Go
that
to
she's
mommy.
going through something.
Uh-oh.
But I also know that it shouldn't take days are passing and you don't even respond to my message. You're not talking to me anymore because you don't feel like, and if you say something, it's going to be nasty. And you're very like aggressive and you're going in about all this stuff, seeming like you have all this stuff on your chest. But
So that
I'm trying
so
to wonder.
so so to me that's an individual that's certain people's individual personality, and I'm the same way. I don't accept that. We're all, like you said, we're all adults. I can understand that if you're upset about something and you want to be by yourself, that's fine, but I'm not everybody else. I'm your close friend.
That's what I
So
said.
if I'm texting you and I'm trying to check on you and make sure you're okay, I'm expecting you to text me back. You can text me back and say, hey, Sasha, listen, no, I'm not in the best mood right now, yada, 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 whatever. But I'm only going to give you one day to not answer me. Because when it turns into 2 or 3 days, I'm going to start getting mad. And I'm going to start texting you certain things.
But you're
and then,
messaging
and
other
then I'm going
people.
to show you up. I'm going to show up at the house. Because at the end of the day, I understand you can be the person. I've been through it. I've been through divorce. I've been through the death of my parents. I've been through a lot of fucking shit in my adult life. Most of my pain happened in my adult life. You understand what I'm saying? I've had to deal with it in my adulthood. But you can't stay in a place of negativity because it's not healthy. And this too shall pass. God forbid if her mother leaves this earth, it's gonna happen, and she's gonna have to get through it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's gonna be hard.
And the thing
But
is,
unfortunately,
I'm not gonna be there.
that is going to happen. Unfortunately, to everybody. If it's a natural way of life, we are supposed to bury our parents.
True. That's
It's
true.
not really supposed to be the other way around.
woman
And trust
is
me,
79.
if it's the other way around, our parents are just going to be just as devastated if they have to fucking bury us, because that's fucking unnatural.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So she has to prepare. I remember my mother being in the hospital and she had a stroke, and I had to cry and say, God, please don't take my mother. You just took my daddy. Please don't take my mother. And what he did, he took her anyway. He took her anyway. What was I gonna do? What? That's the natural order of life.
Facts.
Parents are unfortunately going to go before us. That we have to prepare ourselves. If your parents is sick, and that's why anybody I meet, whether it's boyfriends, friends, and I don't talk to my daddy. Let me tell you something. If you have a relationship with your parents, whether they were good or bad, fix it now before they go into that earth, because you're never gonna have.
I tried.
You're
But it
never
takes
gonna
two.
have. It does, and as long as you released whatever you need to release, that's all that's important. But I'm just saying, for people who haven't, they need to do that, because
Okay,
you can
you're
never
saying.
get that back. Yeah.
We're wrapping up. Give us about 10 more minutes.
This was a great discussion.
I will say,
Yes.
To your point real quick, Tiff, I think that as long as you get it off your chest, that's what matters. You
Yes.
did your part, let it go.
Right.
Now, I will say, going back to friendships, I think that in friendships and really, and truth be told, when it comes down to especially best friendship, close
Remind me
friendships,
to write
and circle,
this part down, because I think we should go more into depth about standards as friends, and not just in relationships, but friends, having
Friendships.
standards,
I like that you
and
said that.
having like boundaries, and not allowing
We
your
gonna
friends to treat you.
that's gonna be a 2-part.
that's gonna have to be a
Right.
part two.
We don't have somebody's. We have one of my friends.
Yeah.
Because I've had my friendship group has been 35 or 36 years strong. I don't know how long yours has been. So I can have one of the people from the crew.
I have a
come.
friend who I've known since I was a baby, and I'm 33, so we still.
Having
So 30
boundaries,
years.
and because
But that particular friend, we're in different seasons. So like, I really just realized, like, just a couple weeks ago, that we've outgrown each other.
I've been there.
We're both married, but he has his
still have
life.
love for
I
you.
have my life. I still have love for you. If you call me, I'll come. If I call, if I call you, you'll come. But we're just two different seasons.
Our lives just
But it don't all the way fit together.
Yeah.
But we still try to figure it out and make it work. What I was going to say to you was, though, I think with the standards of friendships, and I know we're going to do a part 2 of that, we need to work on, and within the two people, standing on business in the sense of how to treat me in your time of despair.
Yes.
Because the thing is, you feel as if because of your friend that you can just trauma dump or dump certain issues on me, or invent certain things,
say
not
whatever
realizing
you want.
that I have stuff going on over here too.
That's it.
But what I will say too is,
I don't. throw everything else
I,
out that I'm going through.
But I'm also the friend where I'm not going to go back and forth with you in the moment. I will allow you to have that moment. I'll give you a couple of days and I'll check on you, or I'll even wait for the time. If, for example, like when my dad died, I'm pretty sure my friends had to literally wait for me to put him in the ground and give me time to be able to recuperate and come back to my normal sense of life to have certain conversations with me. So even if it is another 2 or 3 months, now I can converse with you and say, listen, I'm not holding no grudges, but I want to let you know, even though we've talked 5, 6, how many ever times within the last 3 months, I didn't like the fact that you did this. And it's not that I'm holding a grudge, but that really didn't sit with me well. And I need you to know that if I'm your only friend, you have to know how to treat me in your time. Because there may be a moment where I'm going to do something, I need you to be able to respond in a certain way, and I don't need you to feel like you have to go back and forth with me. Because one thing we have to understand too is it's 2 different individuals.
Right.
There are some people who can get chewed out and won't say nothing, but it's some who will get chewed out and want to now be offended, and now you go back and forth, and now the friendship is dwindling down because we didn't know how to converse in a good manner and have that good conversation.
Yeah. And people love to say, like, in this situation, I've been going through a lot. You don't know what I deal with on a daily basis. I don't have to talk about everything. But I feel like people should consider, especially if you're a best friend, you should consider someone's feelings in general. Instead of just, she's saying that I'm being selfish by just making this about me, bringing up my kid and her kid and her kid. But you're being selfish by acting like you're the only person with feelings.
Yeah.
And it's like,
or you're the only person dealing with a dying parent, because trust me, unfortunately, you don't.
And even if it's not, like, I want you guys to correct me. It's not a dying parent that I'm dealing with, but the rest of my life feel like it's dying. The stuff that my stress, I don't have parents in my life the way you do, so that matters to you the most. But the things in my life that are not going well is what always mattered to me. So my depression it still matters to me. And it's what I'm dealing with on a daily basis. Now, you know bits and pieces, but I don't choose to talk about everything because certain things in my life are, I could say, embarrassing to talk about. Because certain things like that I've always had pride in, like credit and stuff like that are not going as, I've always...
As you planned.
Right. So then certain things that I always held like up here are now down here, and it's not me, but it's not in my control. So certain things I don't want to talk about all this stuff all the time because I'm going to talk about the same thing every day.
Now
it ain't changing.
Yeah.
So you can't help me.
Unless you're going to sit up here and put me on that credit card.
Right. You can't help me.
Yeah, right.
So why am I talking about
you.
it? So it's like, I shouldn't have to disclose this for you to treat me better. Mm-hmm. So you should just consider me as a friend and not deal with me. So, because I haven't heard from her in a few, and it's like, I showed up for you. I was the only one that showed up for you. And you just threw me under. I know there's, obviously, there's history of feelings against me. And this is just an excuse. This is just an excuse. So it's like, I feel like if as friends, you should still, not everybody has to tell you what they're going through for you to consider the way you deal with them. Like, you shouldn't have to know, oh, well, I didn't know that was going, but you knew that I'm dealing with a parent, an ill parent. I didn't know you're going through something, so you should be considerate of me, and you shouldn't expect me to be considerate of you. No, I still expect it regardless.
Yes.
I still expect it regardless.
In a genuine, true friendship, it should be, the expectation is on both sides.
It's a two-way street.
Yes.
It's a two-way street.
It is on, but I've had those conversations, even with my best friend. I'd be like, I felt like you weren't there for me when I was going through this situation. And I let her know. I'm not going to not be transparent. Yeah. If you can't be honest and transparent
then what's the point
with those type of people in your life, then who are you going to be honest and transparent with?
That's true.
Who?
That's
people true. Other than God.
Yeah.
Who else am I supposed to be honest and transparent with?
I don't want to just say it's people I care about, because I feel like I do this in general. I got this message from you. I'm gonna call her and I'm gonna be like, listen. I read this over 10 times and I didn't see no, this thing sounds rude as hell, or it sounds like snappy or whatever. Tell me what you think about this. I will read it. You will let me know what you think. Okay, how do you think I should respond? Because all that's in my head right now is just... That's
not my job to tell you how to respond.
No.
Because that person didn't send the message to me. The person sent the message to you.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that I'm looking for... This is the effort I put into responding to you and making it nicer and considering you, versus you just read what you think you got from it and just attack. And it's like, I put effort into getting another opinion, getting another, before I go and just boom. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
I get it,
that's
but
you,
I'm.
but once again, text messages.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, because
Misconstrued,
people read
Which
will
is why
misread
I
stuff.
hate motherfucking text messages. I feel like if it's a serious conversation or if it's a
Call
serious
me.
topic, motherfucking call me on the phone, bitch.
Or you know what
or
else?
video chat me. Don't text
Right.
because I'm the same person. I'm the same way. I will misconstrue something from a text message because I don't know what tone it's in.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
sitting
take
there
shit-
reading it in a whole five different tones. I'm there trying to,
Yeah.
and I'm like, nope, this shit was rude.
You know that's what I like too. I don't mind voice messaging, like how you go on WhatsApp.
Voice
and
notes.
voice
Yes,
notes. I like
yes,
that.
Yes.
what
You know what I
I-
used to send? I used to send whole videos.
You did?
To an ex of mine, like if I was in a, I don't give a fuck. I would send whole.
I send voice notes.
Whole video. So listen, I don't appreciate blah 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 blah, and I was, yeah, because you can't misconstrue anything from a video. Whether you think my
Facts.
tone is rude, whether you think I'm having
Look
an
at my
attitude,
face.
whether you think my thing is scrunched up or not, the old Sasha would have just cussed you the fuck out and then sent the video note.
Yeah, now I'm
But
trying.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a
You're
little
trying
bit
to
better.
grow and evolve.
But now I'm just like, listen, I've been trying to call you, I've been trying to text you, I've been trying to do this. You're not answering the phone. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff why our relationship can't work. I really can't. This is a whole motherfucking video. You can look at it or you cannot look at it. I don't give a fuck. At least you know I fucking sent it. So
That's
if
it.
you don't want to look at it, that's on you.
That's it.
At this point, it's on you.
That's
Because
it.
now there's nothing for you to misconstrue. You can't misconstrue a text. You definitely can't misconstrue a voice note.
Yeah. I would just want to say to wrap us up too. Yeah, as I said that 10 minutes ago. I think that we have to also, as individuals, realize what's not serving us. If I have to stress myself to make this relationship work, and I realize that you're not giving the same effort, I'm not giving you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months to figure it out. I'm just gonna stop calling you. I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna do nothing. I have literally went through my phone and deleted people's number, and they call me, "Hello, oh hey, great, who is this?" because the thing is, my priority is my family. Your priority at this time is your children. So therefore, nothing else can supersede that. If I'm up here spending time with my family, or if you're with your kids, and I find myself over here arguing and having a conversation, trying to simply explain myself, and we arguing back and forth, and I'm taking 2-3 hours from my kids because I'm trying to sit up and salvage this, does this really matter right now?
And
It
I
really
100%
doesn't.
agree. I did that with my child's father just the other night. I said, why are we arguing about... I said, this doesn't matter anymore. Nothing... We don't have a reason to argue anymore. We're not together anymore. The only relationship that really should matter for me right now would be me and my kids. Anything else shouldn't be stressing me. And if it's stressing me, then that's that. This is the only thing that should stress me, because this is the only thing that matters. And you will be your wife and your son. And do you, baby Milo?
You know,
Real.
You said, girl.
But I 100% agree. Like, if it's not really, then what's the point of why are we arguing about this? And certain, like you said, if it's my real friend, we shouldn't be having these type of arguments where I should be even worrying why we arguing about this.